My son started hiding food in his room, and I knew exactly who to blame. I'm not hungry, my 8-year-old son Tyler said at dinner, pushing away his favorite spaghetti while secretly palming 2 dinner rolls into his pocket. I watched him slip away to his room where I'd found stashes of crackers, granola bars, and fruit hidden in his closet and under his bed. He's doing it again, I told my husband David that night. Maybe he's just going through a phase? This isn't a phase, this is survival behavior. Tyler had lived with us for only 6 months since the adoption was finalized, but he'd been visiting for a year before that. The food hoarding had stopped after the first 3 months. Now it was back, worse than ever. The next morning, I found Tyler crying in his closet, clutching a moldy sandwich. Honey, what's wrong? You know you can eat whenever you want here. She said you're going to send me back, he whispered. She said foster kids always get sent back when the real baby comes. My blood froze. Who said that? Grandma Catherine, my mother-in-law, of course. We'd announced my pregnancy 2 weeks ago at Sunday dinner. Catherine's reaction had been immediate and cold. Finally, a real grandchild. I'd corrected her sharply, but apparently she'd cornered Tyler when we weren't looking. I called Catherine immediately. We need to talk, now. I'm busy preparing for my actual grandchild, she replied smoothly. Tyler is your actual grandchild. Please, you can't replace real blood with paperwork. I hung up and called a family meeting without her. David's siblings arrived confused but willing to listen. Tyler's hoarding food again because Catherine told him we're sending him back now that I'm pregnant, I explained. David's sister Janet gasped. She wouldn't. She did. She's been poisoning him against us ever since the adoption. David's brother Keith looked uncomfortable. Mom just has traditional views about family. Traditional? She told an 8-year-old trauma survivor that he's disposable. They wanted proof, as if a terrified child's word wasn't enough. Fine. Catherine had given me no choice. That Sunday, I arrived at family dinner with Tyler and a special guest, Mrs. Coleman, Tyler's former social worker. What's she doing here? Catherine demanded. Documenting, Mrs. Coleman said professionally. I received a concerning call about potential emotional abuse. Catherine laughed. That's ridiculous. You can't emotionally abuse a child who isn't really yours. The room went silent. David's father William stared at his wife. He's our son, David said quietly. He's a charity case you felt guilty about, Catherine snapped. Now that you'll have a real baby, you can stop pretending. Tyler started crying. I knelt beside him. Tyler, remember what you told us? Tell everyone what Grandma said to you. Through tears, Tyler repeated every cruel thing. How she said we'd love the baby more. How foster kids always get returned. How he should be grateful we kept him this long. Is this true? William asked Catherine. I was preparing him for reality. The reality where we abandon our son? I asked. He's not your son, Catherine screamed. He's some stranger's mistake that your too bleeding heart to admit was a bad decision. Mrs. Coleman was writing everything down. Mrs. Morrison, are you aware that what you're describing constitutes psychological abuse? You can't abuse what isn't yours. That's when Tyler stood up, shaking but determined. I am theirs. The judge said so. I have papers that say I'm Tyler Morrison forever and ever. Papers don't make family, Catherine spat. You're right, I said. Love does, which is why you're no longer family to us. Catherine laughed. You can't exile me from my own family. William stood up. No, but I can. He looked at Tyler with gentle eyes. Tyler, would you and your parents like to stay for dinner? Your grandmother needs to leave. William! Catherine shrieked. You've terrorized my grandson. My grandson, Catherine. Pack a bag. You're staying at your sister's until you get therapy. The room erupted. Catherine tried to rally support, but Janet was crying, seeing how thin Tyler had gotten. Keith was staring at his own adopted daughter, horrified at what could have been Catherine left, screaming about betrayal and blood rights. Tyler ate 3 helpings that night. The food hoarding stopped within a week. Catherine filed for grandparents' rights, but the social worker's documentation ended that quickly. Months later, Tyler held his baby sister for the first time. I'm going to protect you, he whispered, like mom and dad protect me. Catherine sends letters sometimes, claiming she's changed. We return them unopened. Tyler recently asked if Catherine would ever be allowed back. Never, I told him. Real family doesn't hurt children, ever. He smiled and went back to teaching his sister how to build block towers, no longer afraid of being replaced.